Have you ever woken up feeling like your joints are stiffer than an old door hinge? Or maybe you've hesitated to reach for that favorite teacup on the top shelf because your shoulder just won't cooperate anymore. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Millions of us over 60 know all too well how arthritis can turn simple joys, like gardening, knitting, or even holding a grandchild's hand, into moments of frustration. But here's the good news. You don't have to resign yourself to living with that pain. Today, we're going to talk about natural ways to ease arthritis discomfort. No pills, no prescriptions, just simple, gentle strategies you can start using today. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Natural remedies. Do those even work? Well, let me tell you, they absolutely can. And the best part, these methods aren't some passing fad. They're rooted in common sense, backed by science, and best of all, they respect your body's need for kindness as we age. Over the next little while, I'll share 4 of my favorite approaches. We'll start with 2 today, and before you know it, you'll have a toolkit of options to help you move more freely and reclaim those everyday moments that matter most. Let's begin with something you might not expect. Movement. I know. When your knees ache or your fingers feel swollen, the last thing you want to do is get up and get going. But here's the twist. Gentle movement is like oil for those creaky hinges. Think of it this way. If you leave a bicycle out in the rain, the chain rusts and stiffens. But give it a little pedaling, and bit by bit, it starts to loosen up. Our joints work the same way. The key is to choose activities that support your body, not strain it. Now, I'm not talking about running marathons or lifting weights. Let's start small. Something as simple as a daily 10-minute walk around the block can work wonders. If the weather's not cooperating, try marching in place while watching your favorite show. The goal is to keep the blood flowing and the joints lubricated. Water aerobics is another fantastic option. The buoyancy of the water takes pressure off your joints, letting you move with less pain. Or maybe you'd enjoy Tai Chi. It's like a slow, graceful dance that improves balance and flexibility, perfect for easing stiffness. The point is, find what feels good and do it consistently. Even 5 minutes a day is a win. And here's a tip. Pair movement with something you love. Walk to the mailbox and back while humming your favorite song. Stretch your arms gently while waiting for the kettle to boil. Turn on a golden oldies playlist and sway a little while you fold laundry. Before long, these small bursts of motion become habits, and those habits add up to real relief. Now let's talk about another tool you probably already have in your home. Temperature therapy. Heat and cold can be powerful allies in managing arthritis pain, but timing is everything. Imagine this. You wake up with a stiff, achy lower back. What do you reach for? A heating pad or an ice pack? If you said heat, you're on the right track. A warm compress or a soak in an Epsom salt bath first thing in the morning can loosen up tight muscles and joints, making it easier to start your day. Heat increases blood flow, which brings oxygen and nutrients to those sore spots. But what about after a day of activity? Say you spent the afternoon pulling weeds in the garden or playing with your grandkids, and now your knees are throbbing. That's when cold therapy shines. A gel pack wrapped in a towel, never apply ice directly to the skin, can reduce inflammation and numb sharp pain. Just 15 minutes on, 15 minutes off. Simple, but effective. Now, if you're feeling adventurous, try alternating between heat and cold. Start with heat to relax the area, then switch to cold to calm inflammation. It's like giving your joints a reset button. And don't worry, you don't need fancy gadgets. A rice sock warmed in the microwave makes a wonderful moist heat pad. A bag of frozen peas works just as well as an ice pack, and you can refreeze it again and again. The key is to listen to your body. If heat feels better in the moment, use heat. If cold soothes a flare-up, use cold. You're in the driver's seat. These two strategies, gentle movement and temperature therapy, are a great start. But what if I told you that some of the most powerful remedies might already be sitting in your pantry? Stay tuned, because up next, we'll explore how everyday ingredients can become your secret weapons against arthritis pain. You know, sometimes the simplest solutions are hiding in plain sight, like that spice rack you've had since the 80s, or the can of salmon tucked away in your pantry. What if I told you that the right foods can act like medicine for your joints? It's true. Let's dive into the third remedy, harnessing the power of anti-inflammatory foods. Think of inflammation like a campfire in your joints. When it's controlled, it's part of the body's healing process. But when it rages unchecked, that's when pain and stiffness take over. The good news is, certain foods can help calm those flames. Take turmeric, for example. That golden yellow spice sitting in your cupboard isn't just for curry. It contains a compound called curcumin, which studies show can reduce inflammation as effectively as some over-the-counter medications, but without the side effects. Here's a little trick. Mix a teaspoon of turmeric into warm milk, or a dairy-free alternative, with a pinch of black pepper. The pepper helps your body absorb the curcumin better. Sip it like a latte in the evening, and you might just notice less morning stiffness. Then there's ginger, another kitchen hero. Grated into soups, stir-fries, or even a cup of hot water with honey. Gingerol, its active ingredient, works like a natural ibuprofen. And don't forget omega-3 fatty acids, those superstar nutrients found in fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines. If fish isn't your thing, flax seeds, walnuts, or a daily fish oil supplement can do the trick. Omega-3s are like peacekeepers for your joints, dialing down inflammation and protecting cartilage. Now, I'm not saying you need to overhaul your entire diet overnight. Start small. Swap out that afternoon cookie for a handful of almonds and blueberries. Add a pinch of turmeric to your scrambled eggs. Drizzle olive oil, another anti-inflammatory gem, over your salad instead of bottled dressing. Over time, these choices add up. Your joints will thank you, and hey, your taste buds might just enjoy the adventure. But food isn't the only way to fight inflammation from the outside in. Let's talk about something you can apply directly to those achy spots: herbal remedies and topical treatments. Now, before you worry, this isn't about slathering on mysterious potions. These are gentle, time-tested solutions that your grandmother might have used. Take Epsom salt, for instance. It's not just for soaking tired feet. Dissolve a cup in warm bath water, and the magnesium sulfate can ease muscle tension and draw out inflammation. For a targeted approach, try a warm compress infused with lavender or chamomile essential oils. Both have natural calming properties that soothe both the body and the mind. Just add a few drops to a bowl of hot water, soak a washcloth, and lay it over your stiff wrist or knee. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and let the warmth work its magic. Then there's arnica gel, a favorite among folks who prefer natural pain relief. Made from a bright yellow flower, arnica has been used for centuries to ease bruising and soreness. Rub a pea-sized amount onto tender joints. Just be sure to avoid broken skin. And if you're feeling crafty, try making your own menthol balm. Mix beeswax, coconut oil, and a few drops of peppermint oil for a cooling sensation that distracts your nerves from the pain. It's like giving your joints a gentle minty hug. Now, a word of caution. Natural doesn't always mean safe for everyone. If you're on blood thinners or have sensitive skin, check with your doctor before trying new herbs or supplements. But for most of us, these remedies are a wonderful way to complement, not replace, the care our bodies deserve. Speaking of care, let's not underestimate the power of rest. I know earlier we talked about movement being key, and it is. But balance is everything. Think of your body like a vintage car. It needs both regular drives and tune-ups to stay in top shape. If you've had a busy day, don't push through the pain. Prop your feet up, use a supportive pillow under your knees, and let your joints recover. Pair this with slow, deep breathing. Inhale for 4 counts, exhale for 6. This isn't just relaxation, it's a way to lower stress hormones that can worsen inflammation. And while we're on the subject of stress, let's address the elephant in the room: mindset. Chronic pain can wear you down, emotionally and physically, but finding moments of joy, whether it's listening to a favorite song, watching birds at the feeder, or sharing a laugh with a friend, can actually dial down pain signals. It's not a cure, but it's a reminder that you're more than your arthritis. You're a person with stories, passions, and a life that's still unfolding. Now I can't wait to share the final piece of this puzzle with you. A strategy that costs nothing, requires no special equipment, and might just become your favorite daily ritual. But for now, why not try brewing a cup of turmeric tea or soaking in an Epsom salt bath tonight? Small steps, my friend. Small steps lead to big changes. You've probably heard the saying, age is just a number. But let's be honest. Some days that number feels a lot heavier, especially when arthritis pain dims the sparkle in your step. That's why I want to share the final, and perhaps most surprising, remedy with you: the healing power of your own breath. Now, before you think I've gone off the deep end, hear me out. This isn't about complicated meditation techniques or chanting in a lotus position. It's about using something you do thousands of times a day to quiet the storm of pain and stress. Here's how it works. When pain flares up, your body tenses. Your shoulders creep toward your ears, your jaw clenches, and before you know it, you're holding your breath without even realizing it. This tension amplifies pain, creating a vicious cycle. But slow, intentional breathing acts like a reset button. It signals your nervous system to shift from fight or flight to rest and repair. And when that happens, muscles relax, inflammation eases, and pain becomes more manageable. Let's try it together right now. Sit comfortably, feet flat on the floor, hands resting in your lap. Inhale deeply through your nose for a count of 4. Feel your belly rise like a balloon filling with air. Hold it for a moment. Then exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 6, as if you're fogging up a window. Again. Inhale and exhale. Notice how your shoulders drop, how your grip on the armrest loosens. That's the magic. Do this for just 5 minutes a day, maybe while waiting for your coffee to brew or after turning off the TV at night, and watch how it changes your relationship with pain. But breath isn't the only free tool in your kit. Let's talk about sleep, the unsung hero of joint health. You see, while you're drifting through dreamland, your body is busy repairing cartilage, flushing out inflammation, and recharging your energy reserves. Trouble is, arthritis pain often makes sleep elusive. So, how do you break the cycle? Start with your environment. Swap out that lumpy pillow for one that supports your neck and spine. If hip pain keeps you up, try sleeping on your back with a cushion under your knees to take pressure off your joints, and keep your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. Think of it as a sanctuary, not just a room. If pain still nudges you awake, don't lie there stewing. Get up, shuffle to the kitchen, and sip a cup of chamomile tea, or cozy up in a chair with a soft blanket and a crossword puzzle until drowsiness returns. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Even an extra 30 minutes of quality sleep can leave you feeling more resilient the next day. Now, let's tie it all together. Over these last few sessions, we've explored 4 natural ways to ease arthritis pain: gentle movement to keep your joints supple, heat and cold therapy to soothe flares, anti-inflammatory foods to calm inflammation from within, and the power of breath and rest to heal from the inside out. These aren't quick fixes, they're lifelong habits. And the beauty is, you can mix and match them to suit your life. Maybe today you'll stir turmeric into your oatmeal and take a warm Epsom salt bath. Tomorrow, you might swap your afternoon cookie for a handful of walnuts and practice your breathing while the news plays. Every small choice adds up. I want to leave you with this thought. Arthritis might be a part of your story, but it doesn't get to write the ending. You've lived through decades of change, adaptation, and resilience. This is just one more chapter. So, be patient with yourself. Celebrate the mornings when you button your shirt without wincing. Treasure the evenings you can kneel in the garden again, even if just for a few minutes. Progress isn't always linear, but it's always possible. If you found these tips helpful, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me. Which remedy are you excited to try first? Or maybe you've already discovered a natural trick that works wonders. Share it. Let's build a community of wisdom here. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We've got plenty more conversations like this one coming your way. Because life after 60 isn't about slowing down. It's about savoring every moment with grace, grit, and maybe even a little turmeric. Until next time, remember, you're not just aging, you're evolving. And every day, in ways big and small, you're proving that joy and comfort can bloom at any stage of life. Here's to less pain, more peace, and the quiet triumphs that make it all worthwhile. Take good care, my friend.